The lead ingot wreck was found by diver Richard Keane on the 9th of August 1996 while scallop diving outside Fermain Bay to the south of St Peter Port. All the lead ingots that have been observed bear a mark or impression, normally in about 6 places. Here we are just about to dive on the site, outside Fermain Bay. The wreck site lies in 40 metres of water on a mud slope. The only piece of the wreck that was observed when it was first found was just the top of a lead ingot, which is protruding from the mud, which had in fact been hit by a scallop dredger, the teeth of a scallop dredge, probably a few years prior to it being found. This area has been extensively dived over the last 35 years, and nothing to my knowledge has ever been observed or recovered from the site. So the seabed is very plain and muddy. 40 metres is 135 feet, which is quite a depth, and it takes at least a minute to get down to the site and at least 3 minutes to return from the site. This is just coming down to our deadman or sinker. It's just a tape which runs across the site. And here we now come on to a hole of about a 3 metres area, which has been dug in the course of about 5 visits to the site. You can see the lead ingots lying side by side, and there's a stone just in the centre of the picture there, which would have been ballast. There's a pewter porringer just passed, and a clay pot which has been cracked probably when the scallop dredger went over the site. There's a onion bottle lying upside down. There are quite a few bottles on the site. Let's see, another bottle there. The square is a metre square. The area with the small ruler is either a bit of inside lining of the hull. You can see a rib to the left and the porringer to the right, or it may actually be part of a keelson. See the lead ingot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is using illumination. Each ingot has a number. This one just cleaning here has got the number 48 on it. The only ingot that we've recovered has a number 175 stamped on it. All the ingots are of the same size, probably weigh in the region of 80 to 100 kilos. I say every ingot has at least 6 stamp marks on it, but no other stamp marks have been observed. There's the pewter porringer. The site dusts up very easily. Quite strong tides run over the site at certain states of tide. Here we're diving on slack water, so the dust doesn't move away from the site very quickly. And here we have a bottle buried in the site. Quite a lot of bottles from this area. And the site is very shallow. Everything is very close to the surface. It's surprising that nothing has been found before. There's a rib or frame in the picture there. And here we have two ribs and frames, and around the line that's being drawn now is probably the outer planking, which is only about inch thick, 20 to 30 millimeters thick. The ribs and frames, you have two here, almost side by side, sort of 3 to 4 inches square. The timber is in fairly poor condition. You can see the planking there extending, another frame or rib, and there's more timber, looks like it's been folded on the outside. .5 meters. There's a cork still in the bottle, probably meaning that the boat may have well have been heading in a northerly direction. Two meters from the main excavation we've made another small excavation in which we found either pewter or tin ingots. And here we have a bit of timber, a frame or a rib. Barely right close to the surface. And then here we have the outside planking. It's lifting out a say pewter or tin ingot. The main method of excavation is just to waft your hand lightly over the site without touching anything, and that blows away the soft sediment. You can see the group of ingots were stacked. We're using light to illuminate the site, because being at 40 meters, even in August, it is quite dark. Here we are looking down on the ingots. We've only made these two excavations, and as of the 31st of August, we've closed down the site. The diving conditions are not ideal because of the depth and the very dusty seabed. But I would expect that material inside the wreck would be very well preserved, because it would appear from first impressions that the boat sank and just sat on the seabed. You can see how these ingots are stacked. Here I'm just recovering one ingot We've tried to recover one of each type on the site and leave the site for later excavation. We'll try to recover enough material to date the site. Here we are climbing the line to the surface. Diving at this depth we have to decompress. We only get about 10 minutes diving time per dive, and we can't do really more than 2 dives in any 6-hour period. And here my colleague is just signalling to me that he has to do 3 minutes decompression. And he's just pointing out the ingot which I have in my diving suit. It's the easiest way to carry it.
We've been laid off at 7, like to move number 5.
And here we have the boat just above us.
This way.
Just coming to the surface.
Can you take the yellow bobber off, please?
And here we have one small ingot. And you can see there's a copper type stain on it.
It's a different shaped ingot.
Where did you find it? There is one other thing that doesn't disintegrate, but I've never known it grow pimples before.
And here we have a picture of Guernsey, Herm and Sark. Here's the wreck outside Fermain Bay, which is a mile and a half south of St. Peter Port. And these are the artefacts we've recovered. Here's a pewter porringer. There's at least 5 been recovered. 2 with these type of handles, but all of different sizes. You say this one fits in to another, although it's missing its handle. They appear to be cast with slightly raised bottoms. These are a pair which were found together. Here's a piece of brass of a basha rim and a glass stopper with a either black glass sort of bead in the middle of the stopper. Here's an onion wine bottle, and as we were filming it was turning opaque. It's of a style of about 1700. And here's a green glazed porringer, pottery, probably from southwest French. And you can see by the scratches on it that it was actually probably used rather than cargo. Here's a 2-handled mug, probably of about 1700, probably of a Bristol or possibly Staffordshire origin. Here we have 2 tin or pewter ingots. You can see the copper type stain. And here is the lead ingot that led to the wreck being found. It's just showing you the surface area that was out. These lines, my finger is, are where the scallop dredge pulled the lead ingot out of the seabed to make it more prominent. And here is the marks